Hello, and welcome to the morning munch, AM munch, should I say,
Morning. It
with
could be morning. You could
Amy.
be watching us in the evening. You could be watching us at any time.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. The AM not does not stand for in the morning. It just means Amy and Michael. So that's what you're dealing with today,
That's
okay?
right. Let's get our munch on.
That's right. So today we're going to take a little bite out of crisis. Whoo, crisis. That's kind of scary just to say crisis. You know, a little bit about crisis. I guess defining crisis is very important too, right? So crisis is
Sure.
what it's an unstable or crucial turning point in a situation, event, or personal life situation that results in our inability to actually cope with it, right? So our problem solving skills may not work exactly.
You're
Our
probably not in your frontal
happy,
lobe where the
yeah,
decisions make. You're probably in that reptilian brain, or you're
right.
just gone.
Exactly. So the thing is, you have a heightened confusion, you have a heightened stress level, you have you need to make an immediate or necessary choice,
And
and
you may, fight or flight or flop or just, zone
exactly.
out, freeze. So
So understanding what to do in these situations is very important because it does affect um it could affect you for the rest of your life.
yeah. May I read a quote that I
Go
found?
ahead, please do, please
So
do.
from E.J. Wilder, and he says, any life event that leads us to feeling alone without help can be experienced as trauma.
Hmm.
So I think there are two key things there, feeling
Uh-huh.
alone and not having help.
Right. So when you feel alone and you don't have the help, what do you do, Amy?
It depends on how big it is. For me, my mode, unless it's something, most of the time you don't have to make a decision unless something's on fire or,
Uh-huh.
right, something has to happen right away.
Right.
So, what I learned, especially as negotiating contracts at really high levels when I worked for the government and in very classified situations, what I learned if I had a moment or two, what I did is I would get myself as calm as I possibly could.
Uh-huh.
The crazier it was, the more I needed to slow down because I could take a step that would cause the thing to be worse.
Right.
And so for me, and I have this thing where I freeze a little bit
Uh-huh.
when I don't know what to do, and I know
Uh-huh.
that about me. So I feel that coming, or I see a situation where I know that's going to happen. And
Yeah.
sometimes, and we've talked about this before, I might need to give myself a timeout
Right.
before I go do something that I am going to regret that will not be effective.
Right. Right. And I try to think of it, sometimes you can categorize your crisis into a few different categories. The mental health or personal crisis, the situational or life event crisis, or the societal crisis, and then or organizational or financial crisis.
Yeah.
Financial crisis, we understand that, right? It's like, you get bankrupt or something happens with your money that we have a personal relationship with, right? We have a personal relationship with our money. I mean, when you got it, it feels good.
Well,
You
and
love it.
for
When
me,
you don't got it,
money means
when you don't
freedom,
got it,
right?
oh,
Right. And I can't do the things that I want to do a
exactly.
lot of times without money. It isn't about the money, it's what the freedom and the safety, honestly, that it brings for me.
Right, right, right. And so even as societal crisis are like national disasters. So if there's like a flood or earthquake or fire or hurricane, something happens in your area, you can't control it. It's out of your control. And these crises put you in crisis, but it was out of your control to even have that crisis.
So something that came to me in this was about priorities
Uh-huh.
because as this feels like a crisis right now, but then I get a phone call, right? Or I smell smoke in my house. That crisis ain't a crisis anymore. This is
Right.
now the crisis. And one of the things, and I don't mean to take this lightly, but I'm kind of looking at it from the work and career, this going to school perspective is
Uh-huh.
time management.
Uh-huh.
How are you managing your time? One of the things I ask myself all day long is is this the best use of my time right now?
Right.
Because, it's like I have a 3 o'clock meeting and now I'm spending time on something that's tomorrow. At
Uh-huh.
2:45, I'm going to be in crisis mode because
Yeah.
I spent all my day preparing for tomorrow where I
Right.
needed to be ready for 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it puts you in crisis. The another one I just talked about, just to explain a little bit more, it was about the situational life crisis, life event crisis. So, like again, loss of job, so a severe accident, which you can probably speak on a severe accident too. We just know a friend who got into an accident,
Yeah.
and even bankruptcy. Those kind of things put you into life crisis, or having a grandson. Woo, 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 or having a baby just like my son and
And
his
the
wife.
priorities are all changing.
Oh my gosh. And I talked to him this morning. He told me that he's sometimes getting rest, but not really.
Well, and that's a good point. When you're okay, when halt, hungry, angry, uh tired, what is it? When you're in those states, hungry, tired, right?
Yeah.
Things feel like more of a crisis.
Yeah. Yeah. You actually, well, yeah, yeah, it does. And it could throw you into being hangry. But
Yeah,
always have always have my emergency hangry tool.
I like it. This is not a paid advertisement
That's
yet,
not a paid
anyway.
advertisement,
Not
okay? I'm
yet.
not I'm not totally endorsing snippers, but you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be hangry, here it is, and crises, I was thinking about this today. I said crises are like spices. Okay, what am I saying here? There are
Mm.
different spices. So there's like there's a rub, all right? When somebody just kind of rubs you the wrong way, like this right here. This is another kind of spice that you use right here. And then there's like
Look at
there's
you.
let's see here, what else like there's time, right? And time
See, we talked about
sometimes,
time. We
right?
talked about
Because
time.
time trying to put you in a crisis, and then there's this is like a herb one. Now, I don't know when I've ever used this herb one, but you never know when you're going to get into a certain type of crisis either. They're different. And guess what? Crises are different sizes too. This is some other spices and crisis. Sometimes your crisis is a lot bigger than all the other ones. And then there's sometimes that we all have the same kind of crisis. This is an allspice. So allspice and all crisis, and that's just life, right? If you want to put it all into one basket, and put it all into one allspice, sometimes we all have crisis. Whatever your crisis is, big or small, we're here to support you in whatever you're going through. And if you truly find yourself all by yourself, then please use our 24/7 number. Call 988 or call a friend. But 988 is a good confidential support line that could help you when you're experiencing a crisis that is really heighten your awareness of a situation and you don't know which course of action to actually
Right. Your brain is shutting off. Get some help from
get some
somebody
help.
who's online. Their brain is online.
Get some help. Yeah. Yeah. And we want you to get the help that you need. We want to make sure that you have the support that you need. I know this is only a quick little bite out of crisis, but uh, the information that you can get from 988 can be outstanding in a situation where you might find yourself by yourself.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. And
Right?
we've said this before, and we will say it again. We do that for ourselves too.
Yes.
We reach out and as real time as we possibly can. I want to come back to the acronym HALT because I think it's an important one.
Okay.
So when HALT, it stands for hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. So if you're any of those things, you halt.
Yes.
Maybe I need the candy bar. Maybe I need to close my eyes for 10 minutes. Maybe
Uh,
I need to phone a friend. You know, what is it that I need? What am I angry about? And what do I need to do with that? And not, anger can be a fuel for good. That's where a lot of social changes have come. But
right.
anger can also be a source of getting yourself in a situation it's hard to get out of.
Right. Right. And again, You're not alone. There are people that are going through similar challenges that you're going through. Your feeling of being in a crisis situation is real, and we want to accept the fact that they are real to you. If they're real to you, they're real to us. And so please reach out and let us know if you're going to crisis and you're unable to process the crisis that you're in. We know that we can handle all of the spices crisis out there. So this is
Because
for
you're
me,
spicy. Because you're
it's
spicy.
spicy. Oh yeah, hey, there's some spicy crisis too. But for me, for us, we look at all of the crisis, all of the spices, and say, hey, what can we do not only to help ourselves, but to help others? And stepping outside of our own box helps us to be more available to the people that we serve in the community, our firefighters, our officers, our first responders, and also our healthcare workers that are in the
And our
community
veterans and their families.
and our veterans,
All you all that are
everybody.
service, we are here to be of service for you.
Yep. You know why? Because we love you. That's it. We love you, and there's not a doggone thing you can do about it. So there.
Ha 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 ha. Because he's going to keep on smiling. That's just
That's
the way it
right.
is.
I'm gonna keep on smiling because life is about us experiencing life, and life is about the challenges that we go through. But those challenges are only in your life because they are to mold you to be a better you. You may not see it in the midst of that challenge, but in the midst of that challenge, you'll learn more about yourself. You'll learn more about your faith. You'll learn more about the coping skills that you may or may not have. And
And your
so
support system.
yeah, and your support system. Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes, I can go and not get a call from anybody for a month. And all of a sudden, I get a call every other day about somebody that just has a challenge. You know, my job is to just to be ready. Be ready at all time, in season and out of season. Doesn't matter what's going on, just to be ready. And when it's time, I'll be ready.
You always are.
All right. Are you done munching?
I am done munching for today.
All right, cool. So please like us. If you like what we're saying, you like what we're doing, you appreciate what we're doing, go on YouTube and not only just look
Well,
at the video, but just give us a like,
well,
if you like what we're
subscribe
doing.
and do a comment and give us, what words do you want us to go after?
Exactly. Oh yeah. Yeah, if there's a topic, good job, Jamie. If
Thank you.
there's a topic that you'd like us to talk about, guess what? We'll talk about it because
Stump the munchers.
we're pretty
Here we
spicy.
go.
Hey, we're pretty spicy. It don't matter. Yeah, nothing's taboo for us. Let's do it.
That's right.
Let us know. All right. We love you. Have a blessed day. And no matter what you're going through, keep
Keep
on
on
smiling.
smiling.
Hey, I'm Chaplain Michael, and that's Amy Frost. Have a blessed day, and we look forward to working with you soon.